All right, Crimson Tide fans, you are locked on to the best form of Alabama football content. In my own words, from the break, yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, 205-448-1358, the number to be a part of the show. Phone lines open. Definitely want to hear from you. Get your thoughts, your views, your opinions on Crimson Tide football or whatever is on your mind. 205-448-1358. That number once again, 205-448-1358. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, your notifications, so that you can get all the updates, alerts on your favorite program, the Crimson Tide. Well, jumping back to the defense of conversation here of the show, we go into the marquee players, the contributors, the role players. They're going to have to step up. And like the first segment I mentioned about how, the guy at the barbershop was telling me, Steven, does this team have a Jonathan Allen? Does it have a Tim Williams? Does it have a Ryan Anderson? Does it have the marquee, superstars that is needed to be successful? Well, just like you had those guys on that team, you also had marquee role players that stepped up on that 2016 team. Your Dalvin Tomlinson stepped up, the Deshaun Hands of the world stepped up, among other guys. So having those role players that are able to emerge, rise, and have Tide fans go, wow, where did he come from? Man, I didn't expect anything from that guy. Ooh, where did Alabama get him from? He really showed his tail. He really showed up and showed out. I was not penciling him down to be a solid contributor. So the role players, which role player is going to have to really, tighten up that chin strap, get out there and lay down the groundwork and get some stuff done? And just a couple of guys that come to mind for me. First off, you got Darian Mathis on the defensive line, and Big Phi Mathis, who came in the 2017 class out of the Louisiana area. And, Big Phi Mathis is a guy that can play either defensive end or defensive tackle, whichever spot that Alabama puts him at. But he's got experience. He's got pass rush moves. He can stuff the run. He's a guy that is part of this, 3-deep rotation on the defensive front. And, people know LeBron Ray, people know Christian Barmore, people know DJ Dale, but this is a moment for Darian Mathis to step up and put his 2 cents in, to step up and show, hey, I can be a key cog in getting the Crimson Tide, not just back being in the top 5 in all 5 major defensive categories, but also get back to the college football playoff and win a national championship. So Darian Mathis comes to mind for me. Another guy is Stephan Nguyen. People are waiting on him. I remember when he came in 2018, a 4-star from Anderson, South Carolina. People were turned up when Stephan Nguyen put in his letter of intent. I mean, big guy, aggressive guy, athletic guy, mean guy, tough guy, really, strong, solid footwork. Hasn't had much of a say to this point, but now is his moment, right? Part of that 2 and 3 deep rotation on the defensive line. Now is his chance to state his piece, to speak his mind, to lay down the wood on the field and show that he means business, that he's the real deal, because people have been sort of waiting on him. He came in the same class as Christian Barmore. Another guy, people look at Ben Davis. Well, not Ben. Well, first, before we get to Ben Davis, King Wakuna is another guy. King Wakuna, who came in from Georgia in the 2019 class as a 4-star, a fierce pass rusher. And here is someone that down the stretch of the 2019 season, especially in practice, something started to click for this young man. I know a lot of people are looking at, well, Steven, we got Drew Sanders as a freshman coming in at outside linebacker. And Bama's got Will Anderson. And Bama's got Chris Broswell. And Bama's got Quandarius Robinson. We got all of these big, huge outside linebackers as freshmen that are going to make big plays. So, Alabama's got the talent. And true, Alabama's got the talent. But King Wakuna I go back to the latter part of last season. Sal Sunseri, he started the year kind of barking at Wakuna and coaching Wakuna hard and yelling at him, trying to get him to break those high school tendencies and really grasp the system and the terminology and the moves that Sunseri was trying to teach him. And the latter part of the year, from the week of the LSU game to the remainder of the season, something clicked for Wakuna to where he started having some of the best practices on the field. And it went from Coach Sal yelling to Coach Sal going, "There you go, King. About time, Wakuna. Man, that was your best rep all practice. That was your best rep all season. That was patting you on the butt, son. That was your best rep all year, King. About time. You lock it in. You lock it in, young man. You lock it in, son." And I would hear this every single practice down the stretch of the year to where King had started to finally really get it. So here is somebody that was a twitchy, big edge rusher in high school. Latter part of last season, finally started to catch on to, this is what Coach Saban's telling me. This is what Coach Sal is telling me. This is how the older teammates are trying to kind of direct me and push me and show me how to do things the right way and consistently do things the right way. So King Wakuna, another guy that I'm looking forward to seeing sort of step up a bit here. Behind him, Kevin Harris II. Kevin Harris II, a lot like Wakuna in a way. He came in 2019 and a little bit undersized. He's gained some weight, but, Coach Sal was on him, telling Harris, you got to do it like this. You got to cut him off. You got to tackle him like this. You got to take the way, stop chopping your feet like that. Cut and just go. Burst in there and go. Take his head off. I want edge. I want nasty. I want attitude. Take his head off, Kevin. Do you see what I'm telling you? So Coach Sal was getting at Kevin Harris the same way he was getting at Wakuna. And Kevin, he got it. Toward the middle part of the season, LSU game throughout the remainder of the year, Harris starts locking in. Harris starts understanding, okay, this is what I need to do on the field. So he's another one, to kind of keep your eyes on, building that depth, building those creatures on the field where pressure can come from all angles. Another guy here, Jarvis Parks. And this is somebody that I'm really high on. I mean, here's a young man at 6'4", 240 pounds. If you remember, he was supposed to have came in the 2017 class. That was supposed to have been his class. We all know the story. Alabama didn't get to him in time in the recruiting cycle, in the commencement, the commitment day, the letter of intent ceremony there, and he had to take the gray shirt and cried on national TV because he really wanted to be at Bama really badly, but he took the gray shirt, he worked out, he trained hard, he had to watch the recruiting class he was supposed to have been in win a national championship in 2017, but he came to Alabama in the spring of 2018 along with Savion Smith, and the young man out of Florida. This is a year for him. Can he break through? Can he crack that rotation? Can he get on the field and show that he can affect the quarterback? He can give you quality minutes, quality energy, quality production, quality plays, because for the Bama fans out there, when you see a guy like Jarvis Parks wanted to be at Alabama so bad, and when he couldn't get here what he wanted to, the emotion, the hurt, the anguish, the pain, the tears on TV, that's the type of young man that fans are going, I want to see him do well. I want to see him succeed. I want to see him excel because he wants to be here. And the guys that want to be in Tuscaloosa, fans really support those guys. So Jarvis Parks, another one. And then, last but not least, is this finally the moment, for Ben Davis? People have been waiting on this for a long time. He came in 2016 from Gordo High School, five-star guy. His father, Wayne Davis, was the all-time leader in tackles in the history of Alabama, 327. And people really just thought the moment Ben gets in here, he's going to be great. He's going to get it. He's going to understand it. He's going to be a monster, a dog. It's going to be hard to keep him off the field. He has had some issues sort of mentally locking in, mentally focusing in, having the right mindset of what is the reason why you're at Alabama? Ben Davis is at Alabama, but sometimes he struggled with the reason of, okay, why am I here? What is the purpose of me playing for the Crimson Tide? What is the purpose of me playing for Coach Saban? What is the purpose of me playing for over 100,000 fans, every Saturday in the fall? What's the purpose? What is my why for being here? He had some trouble kind of ironing, hammering that down. I believe now is the time that Davis has finally understood the why he is here, has finally kind of understood the purpose of him coming to the program way back in 2016 as he now enters his, redshirt senior year. Because even though some people have sort of wrote him off, the mass majority of fans still believe in Ben. They're still going, I believe in Ben. I know Ben can do it. I know it's deep down there. I know he can still play. I know he can still be productive. He's just having a hard time. Ben Davis's moment will come, and it's going to be big time, when it comes. So hopefully for Ben, he has locked everything in. He has put all the pieces to the puzzle together, and we can truly see what we were expecting to see, 4 to 5 years ago. We can finally see it, flourish and develop on the field in terms of the 2020 season. So just like people named the, marquee headline names that were special in 2016, there were a lot of role players that stepped up. There were a lot of role players that provide that depth, the quality minutes on the field, the quality energy on the field, the quality production on the field. They made plays. And in the same way they made plays to make the overall team better that year, Alabama fans and the coaching staff is looking for the role players for 2020 to take that same type of initiative and help those star players out, making this defense dynamic. But we take another break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We come back. We unpack more of your phone calls, thoughts, tweets, questions, concerns. Bring them all in here right after this.
T-Town Menswear in the University Mall in Tuscaloosa. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Make sure to subscribe before it's too late and get our new freshly printed end of the year magazine issue. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.